What made you leave the city and come in the outskirts of Bangalore to start something so very beautiful, surrounded with greenery, trees, horses? What is the story behind this, Vinayak?
Passion.
Great.
It is just passion.
Okay.
It's passion for these wonderful animals, which made me take this bold step of, getting them to my farm.
Okay.
This was an ancestral farm,
Okay.
which was passed on to me from my father.
Okay.
So,
So
if
when
you
was
see-
the interest towards your horses started? So you started with
No, you see, this horses, I was with the horses from a very long time.
Okay.
From childhood, I mean, everybody, every young boy or every young girl, if you see a lot of kids as you're a child, you don't get to see such type of wonderful living beings around you. So when you see this first at a tourist place, you get, as kids, they encounter it at a tourist place. When you meet these horses. So I was very fascinated when I had my first ride, maybe at some tourist place we had been there.
So at what age you were inspired by horses? At a very young age?
Yeah, at a young age, I used to love to sit on a horse. I would rather say than ride a horse. I was very fascinated by the fact of sitting on a horse, like all kids maybe at the age. So once I wanted to keep, doing that more and more often. So anywhere I used to decide certain places where horses are there. So I used to try to be wherever horses are there. That was a very a spiritual connect I had with them from before, I would say.
Okay. So how many horses you have got currently?
Now we have around 14 horses.
14 horses.
Yeah. So these are all, if you see, they are horses which have been bought from the race course. They are
Okay.
ex-race course horses.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we have them here because after their, span in the race course, span of time in the race course, then they're ideally, they have nowhere to go. So either we are non-performers in the race.
Okay.
So we get them here and we just love to take care of them
Okay.
and ride them, not for, for any racing or such, but just to enjoy the feel of getting bonded with them and connecting to them, learning to take care of them and riding them.
Nice.
And we teach children to ride. So,
So when did you start with your academy?
this was started,
REA.
yeah, this Royal Equestrian Academy was started in the year 2016.
Okay.
So I think, yeah.
With how many horses you started your
We
academy?
started actually with just 2 horses. So I had got 1 horse for myself. So that also was, I didn't intend to buy the horse or something. It was there somebody had bought it and kept it in his farm, but he was not able to take care of it. So he wanted to get rid of that horse. So he just saw one of my photos with a horse, maybe in some tourist place when I had been there. So I had put that as my DP. So he called me and told me that, are you looking for a horse or something? And I just went and saw that horse and I picked it up from him.
Okay.
So that was my first horse. So I used to ride that horse here. And once that horse came, I think I started getting more attached to this place where we are sitting now. This was just like, farm and not much kind of a development here. It was just these trees, coconut trees, and just like a barren land. Like if you can just go around and see, they're all just normal plantation. It's not really well maintained.
Yes.
So it was just because of that one horse, Inam, you will see this whole development. I give credit to that one horse because that one horse got me to this place. I used to
Otherwise,
every
you
day
had
come.
no intentions of such development. What
No,
I'm
I
saying
never
now.
used to come here. It was like a farmhouse. When you used to come once in 2 months, we just had one caretaker and he used to just be around and we never had any. And that time, 8-10 years back, there was no kind of anything, no development.
Okay.
This real estate development, what you're seeing around this place now is all in the, 3-4 years. Of late, this kind of development has happened. So,
But
10 years back,
I happen to see a massive development here now.
Yeah. You see the number of roads coming up and a lot of traffic. And it was like a very peaceful drive actually from Koramangala to come here.
Okay.
But we never chose to come here because there was nothing which, literally drove me here and came. So once I got that first horse, I used to come just to look at that horse, to take care of that horse. Every day I used to make it a point I used to come here. Then from one horse, I got another horse. So because I had one dedicated person to take care of that horse. So as you know, we start calculating now. When you're paying one staff the same salary, might as well you take care of 2 animals. And I love to increase the number. I wanted 2 because I felt that one horse will be lonely.
Lonely, correct.
He will feel he'll get bored, so he needs somebody else to talk. So I went and found another horse. And when I went to buy the second horse, I got an offer. The other guy also, who had taken in his farm and kept, he also had bought it from the race course, something he had kept, but he was again the same problem. You buy the horse for some royalty or any other emotion, you buy it, but you're not able to dedicate time and take care of it. Then you want to give it away, or you want to just get rid of it. So that person also wanted to get rid of both his horses. He said, you take one, but there's a condition you have to take. I have 2 horses, you please take both the horses.
Oh, wow.
So I took both the horses and came.
Okay.
So from
So
having
generally,
2
it is not
horses-
very easy to maintain a horse.
Yeah, it is of course very difficult.
So it is only out of passion somebody
If
purchases
you are
a
not
horse.
passionate, it is not like any other animal. I am very proud to say that we have maintained the horses in good shape, and we have a fixed regime for them. We have fixed exercises for them, and I was very happy when you said that the horses are looking very healthy and very well taken care of.
The way they are moving around, the height that what they have got, it's really
Especially
huge.
if you see the shine on those horses, see the shine and the muscle quality on the horse. If you see that itself, you can say whether the horse has been taken care.
yes.
Well, otherwise you will not see any bones of any of
Yes,
my horses,
yes.
and you will not even see them very dull in coat. Their coat is shining. If you
Correct.
just see, the shining coat is very important. So we have to take, every groom is taking care of 2 horses, and I am very lucky to have this set of people who are also connected in the same way to the horses.
Okay.
So I think a lot of credit goes to them. I don't, earlier, initially when I started, I used to get into all the minor aspects of grooming, but as time has passed, my people are there with me from a long time. They know exactly what is my requirement, what are my standards, and I am very happy to
So
say
every
that they are
individual horse has a
catering to that.
every individual horse has a dedicated groomer.
Yes.
with them?
They have, and I don't change the grooms very frequently for petty issues. I make sure whatever problems, whatever things I want to, now I want them to stay along with the horse, because the connect with the grooms and the horse is something much more than what we will have, because they are the ones who are with the horses 24/7.
True.
So a groom to a horse is like a mother to a child. So after their second innings here, I would call this as a second innings here. The first innings is in the race course. There they are raced for prize money and their entertainment. And here we don't look at anything other than just relaxing them. And the children have a good time riding them, getting braver every day, increasing their confidence. I mean, you can imagine a 10-year-old, 8-year-old kid sitting on a 500 kg animal and connecting mentally with it, dominating the horse mentally. If you compare the strength, even of an adult, if you compare the strength of an adult to a horse, also we cannot compete with the horse in terms of strength. But what we do is only connect with them mentally, train them mentally, and dominate them mentally so that they can listen to us. More than domination, I would say gain their trust.
Okay. So you have been associated with the sober animal, the horses. How do you think the relationship and the bonding between a rider and a horse is?
Yeah, I have. It's again a personality. You have to have a personality.
Do they really communicate with us? Do they understand
Yeah,
what
they
we
do.
try
Every
to say?
animal, not only sober animals. See, I have Rottweilers. I had Rottweilers earlier. They are very ferocious, but they also have certain choices. So when you are looking into animals as such, whether it is ferocious, whether it is sober, whether it is big, whether it is small, as long as you are able to give them time, as long as you are able to connect with them, I think they will give you 100% more what you expect out of them. Only thing you have to have is the connection with them.
Okay.
If you're able to get that connection with them, if you're able to understand their pain and pleasures, I think they're going to just trust you blindly.
Which is the saddest moment that you have come across with your animals?
Of late, I would have this last year, I mean this year, in the beginning of this year, we lost a horse. So I think that was because of a case of colic, which is very predominant in these animals, because they have a very long intestine system, and whatever they have, whatever they eat, it has to come out from their rectum. So there is no way that it can vomit like dogs or something. You know, if there's some
I also heard
indigestion.
that horses don't vomit.
Exactly, I was coming to that only. They cannot vomit because they have a long intestine. The food has to get processed and it has to come from the rectum. So if there is some kind of indigestion, during that time, if they're going to, out of pain and ignorantly, they're going to lie down to suppress that pain and turn when they're lying down. So the intestine gets twisted and it gets locked. So there's a blockage. Then whatever you are trying to eat, it cannot come out, right? So then the gas bloats up. It affects the heart rate, and after that it affects the animal, and there's severe pain, and then the horse, gets a attack, or it just passes away. So that's a very painful thing when it comes to horses. They may look so huge and majestic, but they're very, very delicate animals. So you have to take care of this breed, especially, which we have is the thoroughbred. So in
what breed is this?
These are the thoroughbred.
Okay.
Thoroughbred horses, which are used for the racing circuit.
Okay. And where are they from?
We have got them from the racecourse, as I said.
No, the origin.
Origin is, I think, they are bred here only. Some of them, all are bred in the stud farms. If you see in and around India, there are many stud farms. So they are bred there and they are brought to the racecourse for racing. And then after that, if they are not performing, or if they are if they are not performing in the races, so they are given away because it's of no use to them. So we get such horses which are not performing in the race, but they are very hale and hearty, they are strong, they are fit. We have a medical team which checks the fitness and gets the horse from the race course. We don't take horses which are really old.
Okay.
And we take horses which are really old, who are, after their racing career is over, they want to give it away somewhere. So we take such horses. Nice. And then we take them and...
So you take such horses in the sense you purchase or you adopt?
We adopt also, we purchase also. Okay. Suppose there is a horse which is 4-5-year-old not having a gait problem in the race course, they are not getting out, so they want to sell it. They are not going to give it away, a 4-year-old horse. So we purchase it. Some 8-year-old, after 8-year-old, they don't race it, so they want to give it away, but it's a very nice horse.
Are those horses affordable?
Yeah, adopted.
Affordable by general public if they're interested to buy?
Of course, everything is available. I mean, everything is affordable. Whatever, buying a horse is not a very Herculean task, but after that you maintaining
is a big
expense. Yeah. So maintaining the horse is a very, very expensive affair, and not only expensive, I would say, it is a very, you just can't buy it and leave it unless you're not passionate towards it. There's no point in maintaining a horse. You have to have the passion, so that even if you buy, we have certain people who have bought a horse and kept it with us on stabling, and every week at least 3-4 times they do come and they spend time with the horse. You will not believe there are people who don't even ride the horse, but they have just bought it and kept it so that they can come. They walk the horse, they take care of the horse, they brush the horse, they groom the horse.
So there are different owners of the horses here as well?
We have a few owners of the horses also who have bought the horse.
So in case if I'm interested to purchase a horse and maintain it at your place, I can do that?
Yeah, of course we can do that. Of course. But we don't generally entertain anybody who wants to just buy a horse and keep it here and then forget about it. You have to have the passion to come, either ride or at least come weekly and take care of it. See what it is, how it is doing. So that's about it. So
how about their health? How often is their health being monitored?
We have an in-house vet who every evening comes and checks the horses.
Okay.
So he's there here. So he's one of our very strongest ammo which we have as a riding school. Without him, I think it would have been very difficult to take care of such huge animals.
True.
He consistently, very passionately, dedicatedly comes and looks into the welfare of each and every animal, addresses the issue. And we have a line of hierarchy which is followed. So from the groom, it is reported to the jamdar. From the jamdar, it goes to the trainer.
Nice.
And then they coordinate with the veterinary doctor. And then they come and address the issue, if so.
So let us now let us throw a light on your academy, the Royal Equestrian Academy. How many students do you have?
We have around 25 to 30 students on an average.
Okay.
Yeah,
and age
depending.
limit? Age limit
All
starts
are young kids, mostly from the age group of 8 years to 12 years to 14 years. Some start even at 6. Both my sons started at, I think, when they were 4 years, 5 years old. And I take it really slow with children. We don't want to, train them really fast. They should settle along with the horse, and the whole sport should grow along with them. So
what types of riding disciplines do you offer?
we are focusing on basic riding, and when it comes to equestrian sports, we cater to show jumping and dressage primarily.
Okay. And what are the age and the skill level requirements of your classes?
There's no, age as such. You can start off when you're 6 years old also. That's the beginning. You can start riding, sitting on a horse when you're 4 years also. And there's no upper limit. I think as long as you're fit and you're able to mount a horse and ride, there's no upper age or something. Just the weight criteria, you have to be around 80.
Okay.
Below 80 for these horses, because they're used to carrying light riders in the race course. Yeah, so we have few big made horses which can carry up to a weight of 80 kgs, but beyond and above that, surely is a difficult task for the horses.
Understand. And do you offer private or semi-private or group lessons?
Yeah, we do offer private lessons, semi-private lessons. Generally all our lessons are group lessons.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and what are the costs associated with the lessons and any additional levels?
it starts from 15,000 around a month for 12 classes.
12 classes. And the duration?
45 minutes is the duration of each class. And once you finish the level 1, level 2, level 3, you can go into the competition.
Do you think this
training.
12 classes is sufficient enough to become a rider?
Yeah, it is for the level 1, I think, to where you're able to trot comfortably, where your confidence is going to be good. And then you can go to the level 2 and level 3, and after that competition.
Wow, okay.
Competition is like, there's no end to it. It starts from state-wise, club level, and then it goes to nationals. Now if you see, the nationals is going on in Delhi, junior nationals.
You have been a part of it, your academy?
Yeah, we had represented, our school had been represented, students from our school represented in the junior nationals. In 2018, in fact, we had a couple of medals in the junior nationals also, just 2 years after we had started the academy.
Okay.
But now we are not pushing forward too much for the competition at the national level because of the current state of the Equestrian Federation of India. So there are a lot of internal rifts happening with respect to club memberships, and a little bit of biasness going on, which I would like to mention it in an open forum in front of your, through your network also, that for a sport, developing sport like equestrian, the things happening at the AFI level is very shameful for the whole country, and I think better the AFI takes some cognizant actions against this and makes things in a better state, because it's very heartbreaking for the young children who are wanting to give their 100% and participate in such type of competition, and also very heartbreaking for clubs like us who have promoting the sport and yet don't get any recognition from the Equestrian Federation for some court case.
Understand.
So this is the current state of affairs when it comes to competition.
What
That's the reason this year we did not go to the junior nationals, which is held in Delhi.
What are the qualifications and experiences of your instructors?
We have instructors who have competed in the national level games and who are from army background.
Wow.
Some instructors who have learnt riding here and who have been training with our own horses, schooling our own horses and competing. So
Okay.
it's a mix of both.
So they are certified by recognized equestrian organizations?
Ours itself is a certified equestrian organization. So when you need to know, there's no certification as such when it comes to what do you say? Training. It's only performance.
Okay.
A performer can train. If a trainer without performance is of no use. So
True.
the performance only will speak about your training capability. So you should also start riding,
Yes.
and you should sit on some of the horses.
No,
and
I
see.
did. I did try it, and I was really very attached to one of your horse by name Rambo.
Yeah, Rainbow Rising is the name.
Rainbow
Yeah.
Rising.
It's a very sweet.
Very sweet
gelding.
horse. And I was overwhelmed today when I went to his stable in the morning. I just called him by his name, and he just came
yes,
running close to me.
Yeah. They have the sense to recognize who's the enemy and who's a friend.
Okay.
That is the most important thing. They can sense, now they're all roaming there, but they can sense what we are doing here. They have a lot of, when you are as a rider, when you are sitting on a horse and riding, they can connect with your heartbeat. Can you believe that? How you are, if you're tensed, they'll also get tensed. If your heartbeat is
So they
beating
sense the body.
faster. Yeah, of course they do. Because they are herd animals. See, in this, if one horse starts running, all of them will start running.
Okay.
One horse heartbeat increases, everybody's heartbeat will increase. And this is scientifically proved.
Wow.
So they synchronize with
This is something
the
very new to
heartbeat.
hear about.
So as a rider, when you're sitting on top of them, and if you're going to be anxious, they get anxious. If you're going to be calm, they become. So the biggest challenge and the biggest learning in this Inam is that when a rider is riding a horse, the horse may be tense, the horse may be anxious, the horse may be scared. But if you're calm, the horse will also calm down.
Wow.
And the horse is calm, and if you're tense and jittery, the horse will immediately get out of your hand. The horse will get excited, the horse will get anxious.
So they react as per the behavior of a rider.
So connecting that to what you say as a personality development, any situation, circumstance, external circumstance, you may have the worst external circumstance, but if you're going to be calm and if you're going to be composed, you will be able to overcome that circumstance. But if the external circumstances get a little difficult, and if you fall under that pressure, and if you also panic, then you're bound to fall.
Oh.
So it's such a wonderful learning. When your circumstances are in a very difficult situation, you should not panic. If you're going to be calm, you're going to ride the tide. That's all I would like to say.
Interesting. How many students does each instructor typically teach in a group lesson?
Around 6 students. Yeah, because we have a 20 by 30 by 60 arena. So
Okay.
it's advisable to have around 6 to 7 horses in that arena at one given time. If it is just a normal lesson, trotting around, you can even have around 8 riders, but I would not recommend more than that.
Okay. Health-wise, what do you have to say a person addicted towards the riding of a horse?
Oh, it's the best thing you can get addicted to in today's day, especially for kids when they're in this screen, getting them off the screen time, when they're so addicted to these games, TV, phones. I think this is the best thing they can do, because when you come for riding, you come for half an hour, 45 minutes. When you come here, you stack up the horse by yourself, you groom the horse 15 minutes. Then after the ride, you take them, give them a bath, and then you remove their tag, another 15-20 minutes. So almost around 2 hours is
Good
occupied, and after that you're tired and you want to go home. Where's the time for screen?
So you advise the kids also to get, especially the parents, to be informed about this activity there.
Yeah, of course. We encourage the parents, but today's parents are also not really very, aware about these things. So they just take it like another sport, and like you go for football, skating, okay, the class is done, come, let's go home. Because everybody, it's very difficult to spare the time for this, and considering the traffic in Bangalore, even if you have to go for 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, you are spending around half an hour, 45 minutes. So yeah, we do have certain parents who are willingly letting their children spend more time at the stable, but you see some of them are there who just want to finish the class, and so we cater to all. But generally I would always advise somebody before the ride, after the ride, spend some more time in the stable with the horses. So when you understand the horse, you connect better.
Understand.
The fear is much lesser.
What significance in religion wise do you think horse riding is very important?
I think most of the religious and historically also, if you go back in the history, you will see everybody, there is some association with horses.
Correct.
Whether it was used for warfare, whether it was used for, okay, let us put it this way. You know how the horse is the only animal humans have been associated with from the longest time, because that was the primary source of movement. Books also, like if you say in Quran, it is clearly mentioned that riding a horse itself is one of the most pious things. So why that has been done again connects, because when you are able to take care of a horse and able to ride it, it is a simple reflection to your personality that you can take care of any situation and ride over that.
Personally.
Yeah, this is how it is. If you see, I don't know whether in Hinduism or in Christianity or in any other religion it has been prescribed in that way, but if you see, the horse in Hindu religion is also associated with, as a mode of transport for certain gods.
Yes. Yes.
If you see the Shani Dev, he's got 7 horses.
Yes.
If you see the Surya Dev, he's got 7 horses. If you go into the epic of the Mahabharata, you see the warfare, all the horse. If you see the Krishna and the Arjuna, that Bhagavad Gita Upadesh, in that the horse chariot is there.
Correct.
If you see the Quran, there it is given Prophet Muhammad riding the horse and coming.
Yes.
So if you go to Christianity, also you will see the Jews and the people there back then also associated with horses and taking care of horses.
So there is a connection of horses.
Of course, it cannot be. It cannot. It's not that the horse ever had the mouth to say that, please put my name into the history or please add me as a part of your religion. But the contribution of that animal to the humankind is such that it cannot be, ignored. You have to give its due importance. Now, how will you give due importance to something in history? The best thing is to add it to your religion.